Good morning, boys, and what is up? As you can tell, I'm literally in a cabin in the fucking woods right now, visiting some friends. I ended up securing more than $4,000 in payouts. I secured 1.3, 1.2 across one across one, and 1,300 on the other. So let's do some math real quick. All right, and then 950 on Lucid. Secured $4,500 today in daily payouts after the profit split of 90%. That's still $4,000. So $4,000 after profit split in daily payouts secured. That's going to my bank. I also ended up making. Oh my god, I'm sick. I also ended up securing around $2,000 on 5 of my evals with Fund the Next Futures. Yes, sadly, I did blow my old Fund the Next Futures accounts, and I did blow my TopSip accounts and my Tradeify accounts. I couldn't secure a second payout on any of them. I was one winning day from securing a payout on TopSip, one winning day from securing a payout on Fund the Next Futures, and I ended up blowing those last week. Actually, the TopSip I blew last night. I hit my max loss limit, and the Tradeifys I blew in the airplane yesterday on the right move. I just shorted the market too early, so that's that. But now we are back on evals and we are securing pretty good. We actually bought these accounts on Friday, so we bought these accounts literally like 3 trading days ago, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and we already made $4,000 after profit split, and I paid like $400 for these accounts, or $500, so that's kind of cool, and it's instant ROI. And then once again another 990 on TopStep, right? So let's get into the trade recap, because I took 2 trades today. I'm gonna show you guys why I took each one and why I actually liked the first trade I took so much better, right? So if we take a look at the market last night, right, we can notice a few things, right? Let's take a look at where 6 p.m. opened. Sorry, I'm so lost right now. Where's okay, perfect, right here. 6 p.m. opens. We have this choppy range. We have this range high and this range low, right? I literally alerted the Discord saying, this is what I want to see. This is before any of this happened. I sent them this photo. I said, I want to see this. And if you guys are not on the free Discord already, I don't even know if you guys can hear me well because of all the background noise. There's like crickets and like, there's like a bear, bro. I'm going to try to show you guys what I actually sent the Discord word for word, bar for bar. Because you guys are missing out on so much free sauce for no reason. And this is all free. I literally gain nothing from this. I gain fulfillment in seeing people win and seeing people make money because of me. And that's what really makes me happy with this shit. So I'm gonna send you guys a photo right now. This is what I sent the Discord. Word for word. I said, here's what I want to see. When price is right here. Right? And what happened? Literally exactly that. At 5:56 p.m. Right? Which was 7:56 p.m. because I'm in Colorado, so I'm 2 hours behind. I think it's mountain time. I don't know what time I'm even on. But long story short, we see price sweeps that high. What is this 4-hour also aligned with? There's an unfilled 4-hour gap below us. That is what actually pushed the entire move higher, by the way. That 4-hour gap getting tapped into. So that I believe that the theory is CRT theory. I don't really give a shit about what it's called. I don't care what these dumb theories are called. I think CRT is candle range theory. If you guys want to confirm that, you can confirm that. I really don't personally care. I don't trade that way. I don't have any reason to. But we swept this high, and then we officially closed lower below this low. What was the last move to the upside that swept this buy side move before a candle closure to the downside? That might have sounded very complicated. Just know what I'm explaining. What a CISD is. What was the last candle to the upside, or sorry, to the downside before a sweep of buy side? Buy side is this high. So what was the last candle to the downside? It was this one right here. What did we do on the 5-minute? We closed below it. Did we have to close below this wick right here and break structure? No, we could have closed here, and that still would have been a CISD. Why? Because a CISD is a candle closure below the body's open of, or closure of the last move to the downside before a sweep of buy side, and vice versa, right? A body closure above the body's close of the last move to the upside before a sweep of sell side. For example, this is a bullish CISD right here. We sweep this low, right? What was the last bullish move before a sweep of sell side? Was it not this one right here? Because this was the move that actually swept sell side. It was this one, right? And let's take a look. Do we close above the wick? No, we close above the body, right? The body closure. And what does price do? It beautifully just respects that area, and we push higher from there, right? But what do I see? I see price close here, bearish CISD. I enter short off there, stop up here, TP down here. Now I took this on my evals, of course, And on my funded future, they were fresh XFAs. I made $1,500 on one, I made $1,900 on the other, and I made $2,000 on the other two, right? Meaning I had my buffer built on two of them, and I didn't have my buffer built on the other two. I was missing 100 on one, and I was missing 500 on the other, right? So unfortunately, when I took this long this morning, I'm gonna show you guys, this was a trade for Asia, right? Now this morning, the Asia trade is literally based off the fact that we had an unfilled 4-hour gap below us. I was somewhat bearish on the move as well, and it just looked like a beautiful trade overall. Now here we have some highs. If we look at the hourly time frame, sorry, ES is already at all-time highs. Forget ES. I don't know how ES even made it to all-time highs. Like I generally don't know how ES made it to all-time highs. I'm amazed myself, but I might be wrong. Do I have the no adjusted for contract change? Yeah. All right. My point is, we have this high up here. This is my new draw on liquidity. We have this high right here, and we also have an unfilled 4-hour gap right here. So in the 4-hour, it's definitely a lot more clear. We have these two objectives for the day, right? We have a 4-hour bullish gap sponsoring a move to the upside. We have an unfilled 4-hour gap here, and we have a high right here. What do I see price do? I see price taps into this 5-minute gap, which is also inside OT of the range, and pushes higher. Is that a good reason for me to enter? To be completely honest, I think if I was actually awake in the moment and paying attention to the market, I would have taken this, even with a negative risk reward, just because the draw was so clear. There's a baby crying. I don't know if you can hear the fucking baby crying. They're like a family on a walk. But the reason I didn't take it is because I woke up with the worst headache of my life, hungover. I was hungover off my balls. Oh my god, that was so bad. I literally couldn't breathe. So this was not a priority of mine. If I lost $1,000 per account while being hungover, I think I actually would have like contemplated like quitting trading. Like that's it for me, bro. Like that was so bad. So what I did is I waited for us to get closer to this 4-hour gap, because that's my next objective. What do? We make a new 5-minute order block, 5-minute gap tap. Oh, what do? Grab our fib. You're also an EQ of this range now. Tap 0.5 of the range, respect that beautifully, inside a 5-minute gap, inside a 5-minute breaker. Oh my god, so pretty, so pretty. But ideally we would have taken some shit like this to this high. I hate taking external trades, but this dumbass candle decided to close 30 fucking points above where I wanted to enter, so I took this. Negative RR, I don't care, sue me. I made $4,000 off this trade. So Lucid I shorted in Asia as well. This trade was only on my funded futures accounts. Still banked. Still a pretty cool day. Overall, fucking beautiful day. I hope we could keep this up for the week. I hope my goal is to literally just rinse like $500 to $1,000 daily payouts. I have 4 daily payout accounts right now. Or sorry, 5, because I have 2 with Lucid and 3 with my funded futures. So if we could keep a $3,000 to $5,000 a day momentum coming, that would be absurd. That would be absurd. And I know eventually I'm going to blow them. So whenever I do blow them, hopefully I don't have a cooldown period with Lucid, because I've been winning a lot recently, and it's worrying, because if you guys don't know how trading works, like your edge isn't permanent. It's not permanent whatsoever. Like you're going to fucking lose a lot of money one day. So I'm just waiting for that day to hit. And I'm kind of scared that it's coming. I'm not going to lie. So whenever my strategy gets rebalanced, I will most likely, because a win streak is usually followed by at least a small losing streak. I see a squirrel. It's a chipmunk. That's so cute. Followed by a small losing streak, meaning my edge will eventually get balanced. And whenever that comes, I will blow my funded accounts, unfortunately. So hopefully it doesn't come this week, because I am also on a little vacation. So yeah, I hope you guys all have a blessed day, and I'll see you boys tomorrow. All right, any questions, feel free to comment them. I'm always glad to help, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace out.